What is going on, everyone? I was going to make a video about delay, which is an effect you can use in most digital audio workstations. I'm in Bandpass right now, and it's an effect you can add to your music or whatever audio sound you have and can kind of make it sound pretty cool, and it's not very easy or very hard to figure out. So I'm just going to basically talk about the basics of delay, what it is and what it does, and then some of the adjustments you can make to it. I have an actual beat here, and I will play the beat with the delay as well at the end of the video. But I have a vocal sound here. I like to use delay on vocals mostly, but you can use it for anything. It's just one word. This is actually just this bang vocal I just got from Bandpass, so it's in the Bandpass library, the folder, the sound folder, so it's stock in Bandpass. And I just picked this word because it's just one word and it's kind of clear. And I also have two more up here, but I'm just going to play this one just for the sake of the video, so it's more easy to hear. Here is the vocal bang, and it looks like I already have the delay effect on it, so let's take that off for a second. So let's just play the vocal dry without any effects.
Bang! Bang!
And my bad if you had your speakers all the way up. I know the vocal is kind of a goofy vocal, but it's just for the video's sake. So that's the word, that's the vocal. Now let's put the delay on it. I actually wanted to turn this down a little bit, so I'm going to talk about each one. So here's the vocal with the delay effect on it.
Bang! Bang!
So you can hear there's kind of an echo, there's a feedback after the original sound. And what delay is it adds a time delay to an audio signal. So when the processed audio is blended with the unprocessed audio, like the wet and the dry audio, it creates an echo effect. So the original audio is heard followed by the delayed audio. You can adjust the delay time, so that's what I'll start with right here. So right now I have the delay time at 1/4, so I think that's like 1/4 of a second. So that's how much time is in between the dry bang vocal and then the feedback. So there's only a 1/4 second gap in between. So if you increase this to like 1 second, right? So there's going to be a 1 second gap in between the wet and the dry audio. So that's what the delay time does. So you heard when I played it, the echo immediately followed. That's because I had the gap at 1/4. So let's put it up to 1 and let's hear it now.
Bang!
1.
Bang! Bang! Bang!
So you heard there's a 1 second gap. I counted. That's why I was counting. So there was a 1 second gap in between the word or the audio and then the feedback. So that's what the delay time is. So you can increase it up to 2 seconds and decrease it. And the output mix is basically just the volume of the whole audio signal mixed with the delay. 35 right now, 35% is pretty good volume to keep it at, especially for this video. And then the feedback is the feedback you hear, the echo. And you can see up here it says 2 count. So that's because it's at a 2 count feedback rate. So you hear the bang, the original bang, and then you hear bang, bang, and you hear it about 2 times. But since the delay effect is on, you may kind of hear it a little more, give or take. That's because it's just basically still echoing and trailing off. So if we put it up to like, 7 count, it's going to be like bang, 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 bang. It's going to be a bunch of echoes. So let's hear it. Let's increase it and hear what it sounds like.
Bang! Bang!
So you can hear it's a bunch of them. So that's what happens when you increase the count of the feedback. You kind of just, depending on how you want it to sound in your beat, it's totally up to you how many you have. I usually go a little lower count. I don't usually ever increase it all the way up to 8. So here's it with 2 count.
Bang!
So it's about 2, and then it fades off.
Bang!
Now here's the tempo lock. So the tempo lock basically just locks the audio and the delayed audio, locks it into the tempo of your song. So it sort of rides the wave of your beat. I usually always lock the tempo just so I don't have to worry about it. And since I don't have a beat going, if I unlock the tempo, you're not really going to hear much of a difference.
Bang!
It still sort of sounds the same. But once I play the beat, maybe I'll try that again. But that's what the tempo lock is. It just locks it into the tempo of your beat. And then the third dial here says wet, and wet just means processed. How much do you want the audio signal to be processed by this effect that you have highlighted right here? So if you increase it all the way to 100%, the delay is working, 100% full speed, or full power. If you put it down, if you decrease the wetness,
Bang!
like, you can still hear the delay, so it's not going to be an immediate difference. But that's what wet and dry means. It means processed and unprocessed, and that goes for everything. So that's a good word to learn or to know about when you are making beats, like especially if you're just starting off. So that's what the delay does.
Bang! 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 Bang!
Let's unlock the tempo and hear how that sounds. Just for the hell of it.
Bang! 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 Bang!
So yeah, it was a little bit off tempo, but it still sounded pretty cool. It wasn't a big difference, I don't think. So now that I'm here, actually, now let's increase some of these just so we can hear it with the track.
Bang!
It's pretty loud, huh?
Bang! 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 Bang!
So you see right there, I increased the delay time, so I made the gap in between the wet and the dry signal bigger, and then I put it all the way down to 1/8 of a second. So this is the smallest gap you can get between the dry audio and the wet audio, and you can hear it immediately follows. And it actually sounded pretty cool, so let's hear it again. Actual audio signals with some delay on them. So let's hear these. Right here I have I'll just play it for you. Okay, that's just part of it. Here's what the whole thing is, and I got this stock from the Bandpass library. You just go, search for vocals, and it's right inside Bandpass. There's not that many great vocals in Bandpass, but there's a few.
Be extra careful.
It looks like it's playing with the delay. So yeah, so that's the audio. It just says be extra careful. And then for this one, I just highlighted this little last part of it.
Be extra careful. Be extra careful. Be extra careful.
So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.